Okay, welcome. Drew and Mary are our superstars on the SpineTech marketing program, and we're lucky to have them, and we're lucky to have their willingness to share their little secrets. So if I could ask you folks to just, we closed out the month not too long ago, and what were the statistics of your campaign for the month?
Sure, we had 80 leads our first month, 40 new patients walked in the door, 32 of those started care with us, and our average care plan's about $1,800, so that brought us $57,000 in care plans last month.
Awesome. And how much money did you put up in the campaign?
We spent $1,500 on the Facebook and Instagram ad side, and then $1,500 for the management with the program. So a very good return on investment.
Spectacular. I think putting up $3,000 to get back 57, that's not a bad ROI, as we say, right?
Yes, we've done a few other digital campaigns where we made $3 when all was said and done. So, well, lost money because that doesn't include the staff time. So this was much, much, much better.
Right. Right. That's awesome. That's really, I'm so proud of you guys. You guys did so well. And have you noticed that the people are coming in, that they've come in for, what are they saying, why they came in, if it's something new or it's not chiropractic or they tried chiropractic and physical therapy? What are you seeing how this campaign is different?
A lot of them have tried chiropractic and PT, tried it all. They still believe in it, but the traditional sense hasn't worked for them. So they've been really interested in learning how SpineTech is different.
Mm-hmm. And so when you ask them what attracted them to come in that they saw, what are they typically saying?
A lot of them were watching the video, and they had seen something similar before, but never knew where to go. So they were able to kind of give us a call and come and experience it. And then once they got in and had the exam done with the instrument, they closed almost instantly.
Wow, that's awesome. So getting them in, is it safe to say a lot of them had significant health problems they were excited about getting solutions for?
Yes,
Absolutely.
majority.
Yeah, they weren't just shopping around like a Groupon ad, right?
Handful, but very few compared to the ones that were there for serious, ready to get better reasons.
Excellent. So one thing I wanted you guys to share, thank you for giving the numbers and let us know how it's worked far better than the other campaigns you've done. But you guys, we've been impressed with your diligence of following our program and our coaching that we've outlined for you. Can you give some high points or maybe list out some of the tips that you could offer the other SpineTech marketing docs on how they can make their campaigns work as well as yours has?
Yeah, a couple things is, first off, is just follow the training that you guys do. I mean, we did what you guys showed us, and took that and ran with it, and it works. And our key things that we do is we follow up as soon as possible. And if we can't get to a phone when we get a lead, we try to text them and let them know somebody will call them as soon as they're in the office. So the sooner we can communicate with them, the better it works.
So somebody is looking at the log, right? And as soon as a lead gets populated onto the log, somebody calls them right away.
Correct.
And if you don't reach them, you end up texting them, and you find that's been effective.
Very much so. I scheduled 3 today through texting alone.
Excellent. Now, Mary, you did something a little special. Can you share with them who was actually doing a little bit of the callback?
Sure. So about a week into starting with our SpineTech marketing, we let our marketer go, and we've had to fire her. So we weren't just going to spend all this money on these leads that didn't get followed up on. So I started just block booking myself some time every day to make the calls, call these people. When I'm with patients, if we do get a brand new lead in, my front desk will call that person, but I'll follow up with everyone that hasn't scheduled that same day to make sure that they realize not only are we invested in their health, but the doctor is willing to take time aside just to talk to them.
Wow. How did they respond when you said, "Hi, I'm Dr. Mary," and so on?
I had one person who actually said, "This isn't the doctor. The doctor wouldn't be calling me right now." That was an interesting one, but they all actually are very surprised. They are eager to actually schedule at that point. They realize that anything that they say or questions they have, we aren't just saying, "Oh, I just want your appointment scheduled right now." We're like, we'll talk through it briefly, bullet points, but realize to them that they actually will get to speak with and see a doctor when they come into the office.
Excellent, beautiful, and well done. Not just letting those leads die, and you jumped in the trenches like Alexander the Great was there fighting with the guys. You didn't just sit up there on your horse in the back. Good job. Now, Drew, you told me previously there were some admin things that really helped do well with the patients because, as Mary quoted, 90 leads turned into 40 people that walked in the door as new patients, and 32 actually signed up for care and converted, as we might say. So what were some of the key steps in making the most out of these new patients that came in?
A lot of it was following the scripts that we go over in the training at the beginning. As far as the day one, doing the typical exam, but then using the consultation form that goes through and really brings their awareness to their issue and makes them start to realize they have a problem, that there's a solution. And then the scripting, as far as doing the scan or the exam with the SpineTech instrument, really it goes in pretty depth with the neuropatholator to show them how it works, but also how their spine is, and then they compare that to the exam, and when we come back for that report of findings, they're ready to do something. And I think that's a big part of bringing those two pieces together, that we're seeing those high conversions on these new patients coming in the door.
Excellent. Excellent. And you also, one thing that we noticed, can you tell you guys how you work your log? In other words, when a lead opts in other words, they click on the Facebook or Instagram ad, and they put their email in there, their name and their phone number, it auto-populates onto a log, the lead log or the lead sheet. And you guys really work that. Can you just mention a little bit about how you really work that over?
Yeah, so we have a separate tab that we added into the spreadsheet you guys created for us that just has a color code. So yellow means that the patient is scheduled for their appointment. Red means they no-showed and we need to follow back up with them. Purple means we've reached out to them, just haven't gotten them. I think we have maybe 6, 7 colors total, depending on what's going on. And so every color shows me or my front desk, whoever logs into this document, what's happening in real time with those people. So we'll jot down, like there's 4 days or 4 contact sections in the log that you guys created. So we'll jot down the date, the time, and what happened. Did we leave a message and send a text? Did the phone numbers not work, so we sent an email? How did we contact this person? What time of day did we contact them? If they've scheduled, we highlight it yellow, put in the date that they should be coming in, and leave that one alone. If we left a voicemail and sent a text, highlight it purple, means we want to call back again the same day to try to really get them aware of our value on their concern.
So in summary, you had a system of knowing where you were with each lead in the process of trying to get them in and follow up. And you were really prompt in going through the different steps and continually following up, correct?
Correct.
Well, I will share with you, because we have a lot of doctors doing the program, and one for one, the ones that are doing well, they have that in common. Their log, we see it, and they work the log. It's color code, there's notes. And the people that, there's been a couple people that haven't done as well as some, and they just didn't work the log. There were no notes, there was no color codes, or that they followed up or anything. So well done, and you've helped us add the color coding key to our training now. So thank you for you're going to be immortalized with that. So thank you. Any other last tips that you could offer any of the other docs, some of the new ones that are coming on board now, how they should make a go of this and make it work well for them?
Yeah, one thing we got from you guys in our first Zoom call was making sure that patients aren't bogged down with that initial paperwork, because I think many chiropractors have 8, 9, 10 pages of initial paperwork. So we switched over to that shorter intake. It's 1 page. We added in our standard informed consent so we can actually do the exam. So we'll tell them on the phone, it's like, hey, it's 2 pages. Don't worry, just show up 10 minutes before your appointment. And that really helps them to not get overwhelmed in themselves or feel when they're still coming in for a $19 checkup, they don't feel like they've bought into everything that they don't know about yet. So just keeps them happy. They're happy by the end of that first visit. We send them home with the full lengthy paperwork, and they bring it back to us at the report, ready to start their care. So that really helps save us on patients just keeping the schedule running on the right timeline, and also keeping patients happy and wanting to come back again.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I'm thrilled with you guys. I think the campaign has proven once again for you and for others that this whole positioning as spine tech, unique and different from anything else out there, people want something different, and they're in pain, and they're also feel really comfortable with the way the technology works. And frankly, I find that they're very impressed. Is that safe to say? When they're coming in, they're really impressed with the technology and the specificity that you really know and show and tell it all?
Very much.
Drew?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's one of the big things on that first visit is most times I get a wow, and they just look at the thing like, where has this been?
Oh my gosh, you guys are doing so great. I'm loving it. Okay, well, let's just pause for 1 second here. This will be then edited. I'm muting you, James, and I'm going to group review here. So is there, James, do you have any questions? We opened you up. You're not muted anymore.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at our log here.
Probably because they have.
Seems pretty like we've been doing all that.
Good.
And we're not getting those kind of results. So I don't know if but I haven't, you know, so the 2 things, number 1, getting them in. Number 2, these 32 people, are they writing you a check for $1,800 right there? Or is this ongoing?
I would say about 50% prepaid, and we do
Okay.
a 10% discount on that. The rest are on payment plans spread out for no more than 4 months. So we don't do anything more than a 2 or 3 month payment plan.
Okay. So, okay, that's good. I mean, so that makes sense. So yeah, those are the big thing for me is just getting them here. Because I think if they come in the door, I mean, they're going to sign on. Everyone that's come in the door is either signed on to a treatment plan or, so we got to figure out.
You guys, what I do,
So
the stress points, James, that I'd recommend are 3 things. And this is repeat. Following up ASAP. Let me give you a couple rationales why. Follow up ASAP because Facebook is weird. Instagram is weird. You know, they're half awake, and the whole concept of this interface is almost hypnotic. So many times when people sign up, they don't even remember it the next day. They just put it in and forgot about it. So following up right away is almost the only way to really get through. Don't give up on the ones that you don't get right away, but that's really critical. The next thing is texting is very effective these days, and texting right away is even more effective. But I do recommend, I have a buddy of mine, I do lectures too. I just pretty much do the SpineTech advertising and lectures, but I do some medical procedures that we don't advertise on SpineTech. And I'll show you right here. You see all these forms?
mm-hmm.
These are my surveys they fill out at the lecture. You know why they're on my desk? Because I called every one of them today. And I'm like a real busy guy, but the guy I learned this from, of calling them as the doctor, he sees like 300 patients a day. So if my buddy Joe can do that, he's probably the busiest chiropractor on the planet, by the way. But if my buddy Joe could call all his people that he did a lecture to, I'm sure I can. You know what I mean? So, Mary, I think you did something that was very comparable to that, is just jumped on the phone as the doctor. Jim, I think a new patient's worth its weight in gold these days. And if you got all these ripe leads, calling them back, you know, and saying you're concerned, you wanted to follow up yourself, and see how that works for you. Just beta test it for a week. I think you might be pleasantly surprised.
Okay. I have that written down. I put down follow ASAP, have the doctor call. I would like to get those scripts from you, you know, to see what you're doing differently than what I do after we get them in. Also, that condition script that you talked about, I don't have that. So I'd like to get that from you. I thought that was kind of powerful that you did that day.
Amit, just email Amit, and there's the onboarding materials that has the script, and it's really simple. It's like, I understand that what are you suffering with? How long is it? What is it like when it's at its worst? I'm concerned. Let's get you in right away. That's it. That's the whole script.
I did email him about that. He said that you had that. So he said he didn't have that.
He probably thought I was talking about the consultations. So I'll send you, Jim, just send me an email requesting this, because and I'll shoot you out.
Called a condition script, right? Is that what you called it?
It's it's just the follow-up script, just to get them scheduled. And Amit has that. That's his. I have the consultation form, which goes into it a lot more depth for when they're in the office.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a little more. I could send you what I have for my phone thing. It's a little more involved, but I could send you it in. Amit has a simpler one.
I just remember you on the first Zoom doing like you were getting into the, you know, when you're on the phone with them, getting into it a little bit more, like tell me about your back pain, and you know, telling them that you treat a lot of these, and this is what we do. I thought it was called.
Let me do that live, right? I'm going to do it live right now. Then I'm going to put Mary on the spot. So get ready, Mary. You're going to do your call back. So this is me. I'd say, hello, may I please speak to Jim? Jim, you're going to role play with me. Hello, may I please speak to Jim?
This is him.
Hi, Jim. I'm following up. You responded and showed interest on our Facebook ad or Instagram, and I was concerned and wanted to follow up with you right away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's impressive.
Do you remember that you clicked on that posting we had going over the SpineTech technology?
I do.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a question. What are you suffering with? Where is your pain?
A shoulder pain, both shoulders. I'm a carpenter.
Wow. And when it's at its worst, what does it feel like?
I mean, I can't sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good. And how long has this been going on for?
Like 10 years. I've been everywhere.
Oh, boy. And you got a very physical job, and you say you're been everywhere?
Yep.
Well, we actually do really well with that, so I recommend jump on this special offer, because we don't run all the time. So jump on this, and we're going to evaluate what's going on. If we can help you, we'll let you know. If we can't help you, we'll let you know that too. But let's get you in. When's going to work for a good time for you? I'll actually get you onto the schedule straight away. I don't know what your schedule's like, but we could do tomorrow or we could do Friday. What's going to work best for you?
We can do Friday.
Okay, let's do that. And what's going to work best? 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning?
Let's do 9.
Okay, I got you down for 9 this Friday. We got your email and your phone number. My gals are going to shoot you out an email that will show you the location and all that. And then I look forward to seeing you Friday.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, put it down. So that started the case history. That started the doctoring and the concern. And he's less likely to blow us off showing up. And he's I said we're good with these type of conditions. It's not okay for you to suffer. You've been everywhere else. We're good with that. Just give them a little hope without doing too much.
Yeah, I mean, we've been
Okay,
just
Mary,
doing,
so you're up. Why
Yeah.
don't you
we've been just doing the script that we got from Amit. That just, it basically, I mean, my office manager's been doing that script. We haven't done that. You know what I mean?
that should be pretty much the same thing. Who's in the back? Who's behind you, Jim?
That's Crystal. That's who's been doing it.
Crystal, can you come a little closer?
She likes to sneak in the back there. So.
Yep. That'd be me.
Crystal, you're more attractive than Jim, so I just wanted you closer. And
Less facial hair anyway.
but you look angelic with the light there. But can we use you as a person that you just respond?
Sure.
Okay, so just role play. Just talk about you have some conditions. Okay, Mary, you're up. Hit Mary up. Mary, hit Crystal up with your call, the style you do it. Don't copy me. Do it the way you did it last month.
You got it. Hi, is this
So
Crystal?
call Crystal.
Yep. Hello, is this Crystal?
This is Crystal.
Hi, this is Dr. Mary from SpineTech. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So do you remember filling out the voucher for the SpineTech exam?
Yeah, I saw something about that. Yeah, what is that?
Absolutely. Great question. So that is a great to visit with one of the docs in our office, which is either myself or my husband. And we are just going to kind of delve in and see what health concerns you have, how long it's been going on, the case history, and also do an exam while you're here with us that day. We'll do a baseline exam just with orthopedic and range of motion, but we'll also do an exam with our SpineTech instrument itself and show you right away what it's telling us, so you have a little bit better idea. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great. So tell me just a little bit, what discomfort you have that prompted you to fill that ad out?
I've just had this pain going down my leg for 3 years.
Oh gosh, that's a while. What have you done to try to help with it?
Well, I've seen chiropractors in the past, massage therapy, hot tub, tequila.
Absolutely. Have any of those helped short-term or long-term?
Well, tequila I find very helpful. Yeah, they've all helped a little bit, but it just never quite goes away.
I'm sorry to hear that. So it's definitely something that I'm glad your body has some response, but it's worth taking a closer look and seeing if a different form of chiropractic can get you into a more long-term correction. And that's what we would do in our exam, is figure out if we can help you. So with that, would you prefer a morning or afternoon appointment?
Morning.
Awesome. I have tomorrow at 8 or Monday at 9.
Tomorrow at 8. Sounds good.
Perfect. And we will actually shoot you a text message over with our address and a link to directions to the office, if that's all right.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Perfect. Yep. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning.
All right. Awesome. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to highlight what, James?
I was just gonna say, I mean, so you're at home, 7 o'clock at night, you get a lead, you're calling right now.
I would like to say yes, but that totally does not happen all the time. If we can't get to it and we've seen that it's come in, we use Doctable. It's an online texting system. So it texts the patients from our office landline phone number. So if we're at the dinner table, I'll realize, okay, after dinner, I need to go shoot out a couple of text messages real fast. I'll just send a message, say, hey, thank you so much for requesting the voucher. We'll call you tomorrow at this time, and I make sure someone is calling them at that time tomorrow.
Okay, I like that. I mean, you send a text right away, okay, and then get it at a more convenient time, okay.
Exactly. Usually, I will only do the texts on Sundays. I take pretty low-key Sundays for ourselves. On a Saturday, depending on the time it comes in, I'll just pick up my phone and give them a call.
At home, just with your, okay.
Yep, with my cell, and I'll tell them, hey, this number doesn't connect to the office, so I'll shoot you a text message with the number to call. And same thing, I'll text it through the office because it's an online website. And those ones tend to work out better, especially if you're getting 5, 6, 7 Friday night or Saturday leave. It's like you said, they don't remember you by Monday. They have no idea they filled something out Friday at 10 p.m. So I want to have something in front of them before Monday morning so that they remember, hey, I'm going to be on the lookout for that contact.
Okay.
Okay, I want to go over two things. One is you got to look at this as it's more like you're at the mall and you're doing a screening and people are just checking out your booth. And if you don't respond to anybody and engage at the booth at the mall, nobody's going to do anything. They're not going to come into the office. So the people that just signed up for the program and didn't do any of the follow-up, they're just like the people at a booth in the mall that doesn't even say hello to anybody. You know what I mean? They're not going to do well. So if you engage with people, anybody that's coming past your booth, say, hey, how you doing? Did you see what we're doing here? And you bring them over and explain, you're going to have a successful experience at the booth, and the same thing that we're doing here. So you got to shift a viewpoint as far as that goes, and I think that's really good. I'd like to highlight some really good points that Mary did, because the magic is in the details. God is in the details. And Mary, you did several really nice things. First of all, I think you're pleasant and likable, which is always great. Secondly, you're actually calling on the weekends or whatever. That's just incredible. Thirdly, you acknowledged perfectly. Most people just list questions and don't know. You said, oh, that's too long. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And you just stayed in pace with the person. You're just a very nice doctor communicating well with what's called shaping acknowledgments. You're acknowledging them and telling them that's not good. And you're actually framing their understanding of their complaint. They may have been like, everybody has pain. If you say, oh, that's too long, and they go, oh my gosh, that's too long. So that was brilliant what you did. And you also said, hello, this is, Doctor from SpineTech. You use SpineTech because that is the anchor of the branding that they responded to. And that was wonderful. And you merged nicely into taking a little history that seemed very conversational and natural. So that's all it is. That's brilliant. So that's just black belt stuff. And I'll tell you, nobody gets a 50% show up rate by passively. It just doesn't happen. I don't care what neighborhood you're in. The only reason the reason why you got 50% show up rate had to do with your engagement. And you actually followed up. You followed up right away, and you have a great follow-up. So I'm not surprised at all now hearing it. It's no mystery.
We're still calling those other 40.
Well done, Mary and Drew. Good job, both of you.
And not to try to only talk about the goods, because there are things that frustrate us every day. It's like tonight we had a 6 o'clock that no-showed. I spoke with her on the phone. She's scheduled. She confirmed with my front desk yesterday and still no-showed tonight. Ignored our phone call, sent her straight to voicemail. We'll keep following up with her. We'll get her back in. But there's always those people that are
always.
They're gonna
always.
Coming.
You should pay attention to your no-show rate on the SpineTech patients, because if you do all this good stuff, your no-show rate should be maybe 10, 20%, 30%. If you don't do any of that stuff, your no-show rate will probably be around 50%. So you could double book people, you could densely book people. Just like airlines, they know there's a no-show rate of 10 to 20%, so they usually overbook that amount. Yeah. Because there's a no-show rate of a certain percentage. I don't know if it's 10 to 20, but they know there's a number. So you can coordinate that in. Okay, that's pretty much all I wanted to go in. I wanted to keep this short and sweet, make it somewhat inspirational, and also just go back to the basics. As Drew, you referenced, it's just you did what we kind of told you to do. And what we told you to do has been shaped and molded by 20 years of my experience and having some really fabulous coaches and teachers. But I've boiled it down and made it pretty simple. So well done following this and applying your good charms and good work ethic to this, you know? So well done. So James, definitely follow up on Mitt for that if you need anything more. I think you probably got more juicy stuff from both Mary and I here in just our little call. Just do it. You don't really need anything super fancy. And make sure you have our consultation form. Do you have that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to send that straight away, but that will be up on the website. Amit, when he comes back from his vacation, is going to mock all that stuff up so you could access it easily. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, any scripting you have, the only script we have is this one, this lead. Nothing's on there really, other than just,
Yeah.
you know, hi, here's $19. Let's set you up. You know, so any scripting that you have that we can use. I mean,
the other thing that seemed to be successful that neither Mary or I went over is my staff will typically, or I will typically tell them what's going to happen when they come in. So it's not a surprise. Say, listen, when you come in, you did a little, Mary, actually you did. We're going to do this, an orthopedic, neurological, keep the words simple. Those were fine. And we're going to do this, then we're going to scan you right on the spot. We're going to tell you that was really good because they like instant. They want to know, they want to see. And then we'll take it from there. I wouldn't say anything else because you don't know what their insurance is. You don't know if you're going to ask them to do x-rays. I think you gave just the right amount to let them know what will happen when they come in. If you want to be a little more savvy, you could say, listen, it's just $19. But the first question people have is, are we, you know, taking their insurance or whatever? So you might want to bring your insurance card so we could answer that question intelligently. We actually do that because, you know, we want people bringing that stuff and not leaving it at home. That's one thing you might consider. But James, I will definitely get you the consultation script out. I think I have your email. I'll shoot that out right after this call.
is there any more scripting other than this?
That is for the call.
Right.
That is the call. That's the lead call-in. You got that. You got Mary's version and my version that I just did. So that's it. And we'll have this taped and recorded if you want to watch it again. What I'm going to send you is the consultation script that you do in office on their first day in the office.
Okay.
And it's black belt. We have another doctor that's advertising in Houston. She said that made her extra $65,000. I spent a half an hour with her. I gave her the handout, and I didn't hear about that for a year. So she said she made 65 grand that she paid down her student loans with just that form. I don't know how she came up with that, but that's what she told me. So that's a magic form. You just read it. Right?
On our form here, for some reason, the last 4 leads that came in are all brown. 5. They're all brown. They're just coming up like that, and I can't change it. Is there a way to, is that an omit thing?
That's an omit question. That's beyond my technical savvy. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, you guys, listen, I am here for you. I'm the expert once they come in the office to help you get them on board as a patient, you know, to get them through the first visit and the second visit and whatever you need. So don't be shy. You have access to me. You know, I'm usually, you know, I've been paid up to $5 grand a month to coach docs. So utilize me and I'll help you any way I can. I want you guys winning and being our showcase doctors. Secondly, if you have any problems with the leads and your campaign not working well, your campaign burning out, we got to change it. Mit's your guy. He has all the technical savvy. He's brilliant. So I'm so proud to have him on our team.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to say over and out. Have yourself a great weekend, y'all, and keep up the great work. And we'll just keep plunging forward and know I'm here anytime you need me.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. And thanks for sharing, Drew and Mary. Thank you so much. Great. Bye-bye.